Problem I figured we'd have. Yep, they hit. Alright, so I got back from the dinner the other night and I was all full up because I ate some steak, and I staggered down here to the shop because I was fat, and I finished this. Links are in it, Ories are in it. It's ready to do some suspensioning. Alright, we're back at it today. It's a Saturday. I got Land behind the camera earning some money so he can get his truck done. Today's task is to make this thing run. So I got the fuel tank setting in here before Land got here. It bolts back up, but we got to cut these mounts on an angle across here so that they'll clear the fuel tank coming up in. Then I got to put some fuel lines in it and fix the brake lines and put brake lines on the front, air the Ories up, and this thing should drive in and out of my shop then I can work on something else if I need to. So I got to change the oil in Michelle's car. And this hoist is the one that lifts Suburbans. That hoist is too small for it, so. We got these parts. We had a local company bend these for us. They match the curve. They match that. So it should be a matter of just setting them in, cutting them to length, and welding them back together. So I had a bunch of you ask why I didn't just fish plate these diamonds on here. And the reason, it's way tougher to fish plate those diamonds, I know that. But I knew I was gonna plate the whole frame back to the Ori mount. So I wanted them inside. So that's why I did what I did. It's never gonna break. That frame's tougher than it ever has been. It's gonna be good. It's like a never ending list of stuff to build. We gotta build fenders and front fenders, make the winch mount.
I gotta put gears in it.
Oh yeah, gears, forgot about that. Guess we'll get at it. So someone thought it would be a good idea to weld one of these pulling tabs onto the gas tank protector slider skid plate. That's what I'm trying to spit out. It's not a good idea. There was one right here too, but I hit my head on it this morning, and now it's over on the shop floor over there. I just hit it with a hammer a couple times and it fell off, so it wasn't on very good. We'll come right down that like so. Oh yeah, I love it. That's like precision stuff right there. You just don't get any better than that, really. I think I want to come and do it. Perfect. Got this one. This will be the test, I guess. See how bad this hits. We know we're gonna have to build a fuel tank eventually. I just don't want to do it right now.
Clears.
Only thing that hits is that. That sucks. I know how to fix that. Where did my cutter, marker, pen thing go? That's how I do stuff. I put tools back. We'll just notch those out a little bit.
Basically notch it out like you did the front.
Yep. Notch it out, it'll clear. Life will be good. Perfect. We'll raise it up, grind them out. Win it. Alright, done. Let this sucker down. It's close, but it misses. We're swapping some bolts out, tightening everything.
What are you doing now?
We're gonna pair these back ones up to what they need to be. You're gonna have Ories. You might as well just go ahead and invest in this. I'm gonna let you do the bottom first. Probably put like 90 pounds in the bottom to start with. Adjust accordingly as we drive it. Okay, there's 90 in the bottom. 1 more inch. Right there. Soft and squishy.
Swapping the front bolts out.
Getting them all tight. Alright, let's put 90 in those. If it wobbles going down the road, we'll put a little more in. Bless you. Let's see it. Oh yeah, melted a hole right through it. Alright, there's 100. Grab a tape measure, Dar. There's 200.
5 right there. Now we're 5 1/4.
It'll settle some.
Oh, we forgot our rough stuff. You better put them on your toolbox.
Yeah.
You can't give toolboxes more horsepower.
Why not?
Guess you could try.
Yeah. Maybe that toolbox needs horsepower. Come check out what we got in the mail today.
What did we get?
Got ourselves a mammoth box of
Are you
Whoppers.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell them my favorite thing?
Well,
Starburst and peanut M&Ms.
says enjoy your gift. I love watching your channel since almost the very beginning. I love Whoppers too. From Steve. How I say that?
Heis.
Heiss. Thank
Thanks,
you, man.
Steve. You're awesome.
We will eat these Whoppers.
Woo!
We shouldn't run out of those anytime
No,
soon.
we shouldn't.
We're building brake lines right now. We have to fix those and get them hooked up to all of this stuff. So that's what we're tackling at the moment.
Do you have anything to say about that, Dar?
I think it's confusing.
You know, this is gonna be perfect. I can run the line right up underneath that or to the other side. And we'll get that put together and get the line bent back here. Good, which one's not?
Hey, there's more stuff hanging on this thing.
There's more stuff all the time. What are you up to, Grandpa? Looks like you've been playing in the sawdust.
Yeah, I went and split a little wood.
I don't know which one's which here. We're gonna have to figure. Is
I
that
bet
brake?
that's the brake line one.
Yeah, that is brake line.
There's you in that. Work for it.
Yeah, I believe that's gonna work. Then we gotta figure out how to tie them all up. They were floating in here. Stuff just kind of haphazardly stuck under. Yeah. Hey, Dar, you got the wrong stuff here.
Is them metric?
I don't know. I think they're too big.
I'll bet you it's metric.
I have to cut that off and get a straight shot on it. I mean, pretty close, isn't it? That'll come up to there. Then we'll go off of that one. Then we'll shorten that up to whatever we gotta have here. Grade must have burned himself.
Camera got cast.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
She showed him how to burn stuff with a magnifying glass.
Burned himself. Uh-oh, that was me.
Oh, was it? Yeah, you just stick it out where you're, however far you want your flare to be.
Uh-huh.
Just flange it.
Just like that, huh? Holy cow. That's amazing.
And it'll make your bubble flares and all your other stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I got tired of fighting it and never having the right stuff. And that's where we're gonna hook that on. I'll just weld it to right there. There's that. Clips and put on it. Perfect. Okay, there's that. Now I gotta build tabs for that. And plumb them in. Plumb that side in.
We'll have rear brakes.
There's not one clip on this anywhere, front to back.
Holy cow.
Grab me that torch off the toolbox right there. Let's see if we can catch this on fire. The brake line's all done on this thing. They've been kind of a pain. This Jeep was in bad shape. Somebody that built it either ran out of money or time or both.
Oh, the ambition.
Yeah, and they didn't finish it right. So we've had to redo every stinking line on this thing so that we don't have to work on it on the trail somewhere. It's been taking us a lot of time, but we're winning. Back brakes are basically on it. Okay, that's how we want it. We'll do the other side. The brake lines suck.
Yeah.
They're not good. You might just want to buy some brake lines.
Where do I get them?
I don't know. They're honestly not worth building stuff for because you're going to break them.
Yeah.
Whatever those are, 2 inches more.
20% off coupon.
There you go.
Have to go on their site and fill out their survey.
See how many more problems we got. That's a problem I figured we'd have. Yep, they hit. That's why they put pins in the back. Just so you don't have to go through.
Yeah.
Well, at least the tub's on it.
Tubs on it. We're gonna have to build a little deal for the top. Right here, we'll have to cut it out. Build a little cap that goes over it. Well, We didn't get as much done once again, but all the fuel lines in it, tanks in it, the rear brakes are all in. We figured out we needed new front brake lines, so we're gonna get some of those. And now we've discovered more work, so I knew those were gonna be in the way. We knew running 12s in the back, we'd have to do some modifying, so more work. Another day though, this one's done. All right, we're gonna tackle this thing today. So look under here. Our struts are a little tall, so we gotta cut that out, and then we'll have to build a little canister around them right here. So that's the job right now, is to cut these out and get the bed set and flat. See if we can't do it. 15 and a quarter, 14 and 3/4. Gotta go backwards.
Back a little bit. Well, that's where it's been dented.
Yeah, it's close to home right there. Doesn't have to be exact. 15. Well, that's pretty exact. Alright, that's close enough for that one.
Roll her over.
Yeah.
Now, that's what a Jeep looks like when you tip it over.
You got
Alright, I'm gonna cut that out. Then we'll put it back on. Things whipping me.
It did not want to give up.
It was whipping me. Pretty harsh there. I'm sure this is overkill, but I don't want to cut it twice.
Yeah.
The back end's way heavier than the front. Sharp. There we go. Looks like I got the hole big enough.
Yeah.
Okay, I've done my part. Good luck. Well, there you go, Dar.
Sides back on.
Sides are on it. It's gonna be good.
I still like that when you was setting up in there and he says, well, we're either gonna ruin it or we're gonna make it longer.
We'll either ruin it today or we'll make it longer. There's one. Hopefully you never have to take these off. You like it? I think that'll work.
That works good.
Yeah, that's old crusty stuff
It
right
is.
there. Get another nut, put on the bottom.
Double nut it.
Alright, we're ready to put this thing on. Set on, we can bolt the back down and then I can start welding it together. I got the corners welded on. My cameraman was busy building bicycles, so we didn't film that.
I got a nut on this one.
Okay,
Let's get them other two in.
There it went. That one started. Okay, wiggle that one around.
Yeah, that one started.
Okay. Yeah, as long as that's level, we'll be
Yeah.
in good shape. We're almost back to where we started today.
Okay, I think it started.
Alright, we'll see. Alright. Something's up with the body mounts.
Them I put on the back could have been lower. Where I replaced them.
Oh yeah, where you replaced
Where I
that thing
replaced that
across there.
bracket across there.
Forgot about that.
The whole thing's low.
But the back's way low.
Yeah.
So what we've decided is that this sprung up when we cut it loose. So we're going to loosen the 4 back bolts, shim it up to where this is level right here. Weld
Weld
these
it
side
together.
pieces in, put our pieces across the bottom, and then we'll tighten the back down. See what that does for it.
Right, let's do it.
So we'll loosen her back up. All right. There's that one. We gotta have something under it. Come put this straight edge on this and see if it gets anywhere close. Interesting. once you get that up there, you're gonna be dang close.
We're pulling against them 2 bolts you left in.
We are. Cut these things 15 and a half. We can stub them inside a little bit and weld them in. Probably just cut those. Cut the bottoms and taper them in. And they'll slide right in there. Well, now if I could just get it to go that way, it'll be alright. Started in both sides. Build a few more of those. Yep, it's gonna be good. Happy?
Good now. Yep. Perfect.
Okay, there's that.
Okay, now what bush do you?
Should
oh,
be
it is
going,
going.
right?
It's going.
Cut this out. Dar's the new cameraman. One down. We'll have to cut it up to that. Okay. Time will tell if we did it right. That's not so bad, right? I like it. I'm gonna start welding it in and put it down through there. We're gonna turn this welder down
To really thin stuff.
to 4. It's funny, that matches up better than this one does.
No.
Nothing like welding sheet metal.
Every single time you weld, it catches the back side all the
Does it?
time.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Undercoating.
Dynamite.
Look at that. Fitment. Man. Whoever traced that out knew what they were doing. Okay, well, the old girl's starting to look like a Jeep again. We've got quite a bit finished on it. Floor's not done in here. I still have to do that. I got a couple braces in it. Sides are welded back in. We got the hard corners put on it. We're gonna come off of those with a full hard side on the Jeep. So that's why this isn't too beautiful. I'll grind it up a little bit and then slap the hard side over it. You'll never see all this stuff. And then we can start building the cage in this thing. We are gaining slowly. Couple more weeks, we'll be wheeling it, I hope.